Mata Akaramojong.
Mata.
Arakaranoi. The second Vice Chairperson of the NRM and Speaker of Parliament.
Chairman of the NRM, member of Parliament Rada.
The Vice Chairman Karamoja for NRM. People from the Secretariat. All the other leaders. The people of Nabilatuk. Let Mama greet you, then I make my short speech.
Mata Karamoja. Mata Nabilatuk. Congratulations on your district. I've been saying in all places in Karamoja that when I come to Karamoja, for me it's a homecoming. And thank you for receiving us with such traditional warmth and love of the Karamojong people that I remember and cherish so much. As I've been saying elsewhere, Karamoja, you know so very well that the government of NRM is your government. Because you know that indeed God has used it to provide the peace in Karamoja that is now enjoyed by the rest of Uganda. That's why it is our united responsibility to protect that peace and unite as one people so that we do not take that peace for granted. And then to pray that we take off with a qualitative leap to an even better future. For our country and our young generations of Ugandans. I have not forgotten, as I just said in Nakapiripirit, how we used to walk through these grasslands. I'm sure Honorable Remigio remembers so well, as we tried to get the Karamojong to produce food for their families so that they no longer have to depend on World Food Program. And the people of Karamoja had started really producing food and getting sufficient food for their granaries and food to sell for income for their families. Now I want to say that the leap the NRM is striving to make this time round will make sure the Karamojong will change their kraals and build beautiful homes for their families so that our children don't have to live in that grass-thatched houses anymore. So I thank you, and I thank God for having given me the opportunity to serve the people of Karamoja.
Akatala karta dadang, katala karta kujidang, ayna kringe ayong apak, aki yok ngitunga gula Karamojong.
And I was thanking the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament for always recognizing my humble contribution to Karamoja, which was a blessing to me and a blessing to the people of Karamoja. I thank you and God bless you.
I am here to ask you again to support the NRM in the coming elections. When I ask you to support the NRM, I give you reasons which you should remind yourselves of, also pass on to other people. Why should Ugandans support NRM? We have a manifesto which has got 7 contributions NRM has made to Uganda in the last 40 years. These 7, I will not get time to speak about all of them. But on this rally, I will speak about 4. The first contribution is Ekidil. Is Ekidil, what you call Ekidil in your language here? The Ekidil is peace. You all give witness how NRM has been able to create peace in Karamoja and in the whole of Uganda. Now, the second contribution is Octopol Aquap. Octopol Aquap. The development, what we call development in English. What we call development in English. What we call development. Development has two parts. There is the economic infrastructure and the social infrastructure. The economic infrastructure are the roads, the electricity, the telephones, the piped water, the railway, and what we call the ICT backbone for computers. Now you here in Nabilatuk, you are witnesses how much has been done in that area. The Tamak road has come all the way from Mbale up to Moroto through here. The electricity is here. The telephones are everywhere. And the road, we are going to extend the Tamak road from Nakapilpilit to Amudat.
Yana bongolo ngolo tori na kapiripiri tolo tamdat.
And also a tarmac road from Nakapirpirit to here to
Tamakada ngolo lo dikinto ngolo bunia na kapiripiri tolo tamdat.
Now, on the issue of water,
I
see that water here is not as good as in Nakapirpirit.
Muna neke muna tapitono ke muna ngakipi ka muna tapitona kapiripiri.
Yes, because here you have got 96 rural villages. 44 of them have access to safe water. And that is 46%. In Nakapirpirit, it is 82%. It is 82%. You should find out why has it lagged behind here. Now that is for borehole water. But there are other water sources. There is one piped water system. There is one piped water system in this district. There is something here, I can't understand it, but it is written as 4 out of 6 RIGCs. I don't know what RIGCs are. Rule of gravity, something. Then you have got 3 piped water designs completed. 3 piped water designs.
Mogino.
20,000 cubic meters. 20,000 cubic meters.
Muna nangitogi litayang atomoni kan kapay.
There is smaller reservoirs at Aputputi, Najonai Kalakal, Nachkokoliai, Kamusin,
Nati Kokoriai,
Namata Aloma, Nangorit, and Sakale Nakoko. Each with 10,000 cubic meters of water. There's an Apayan, a tank with a capacity of 20 million liters. Now there's a plan going on now to construct one solar powered irrigation system. This is all economic infrastructure.
Era ngunda danguna ka kutopa una ka kitopola kop.
Under Octopol Aquap.
Anguna ka kitopola kop.
Then there is the social infrastructure.
Akitopola polo boyo tangitunga.
Those are the schools. Let me see how many there are.
Era nguna re nguna lodikinta nguna ka kitopola kop.
The schools,
there
there are 17 government primary schools.
And
there are 3 government secondary schools. As we speak now, there is one city school. Which has just been completed. I think this one is Lolachat City School, where we landed. Now the plan is to have one government primary school per parish.
Era ule tamara bebange ya kaunere moi edukulu lo ka puka lo me Paris angolo dukang lo Paris to ya kaunere tere edukul dara maketega karinge tu waradang.
And one government school per sub-county.
Ka sub angolo sub-county ya kaunere pe edukulu ngola sini angolo kona la chata logo.
What NRM insists on is mass education. Education for all children. And that's why we want free education, no studies in school. Now, initially, in the whole country, in order to educate everybody, we have been emphasizing day schools. So that children study and go home. So that you don't have to have the cost of feeding and sleeping and all that. The little money you have, you concentrate it on classrooms, laboratories, library, teachers' houses, and paying the teachers. But Karamoja has its own problems. There is still insecurity in the villages. So even where we landed at Lolachat, we were talking with the children there. We shall study that issue. Should we make Karamoja an exception and have boarding schools for some time? So that maybe after 10 years, then we can go like the other country. But the whole thing is, how can we educate all children affordably? Because if you make it expensive to educate one child, then you end up like our situation, where there were only very few of us in the school system. But we want everybody to go to school and stay there. Now that is education. Then on health, the health has done well. Immunization has done well. That's why the population has gone up in Karamoja. And in the whole of Uganda. When I came to campaign for the NRA, for the UPM, 1980, the whole population of Karamoja was 190,000. But now the population of Karamoja is 1.5 million. Because of the immunization. And to some extent, safe water. But if we add other preventive measures like hygiene, nutrition, everything will be even better. So as we speak now, there's one health center for and 2 health center 3s. But the plans are upgrade Natirai health center 2, health center 3 in Natirai. Upgrade Sakale health center 2, health center 3 in construction of a new health center 3 in Kosike sub-county. As we speak now, work is going on in upgrading Lola Church Health Center 2, Health Center 3. Construction of Natirai Health Center 2. Construction of Nayonai Health Center 3. Construction of Lorengodot Health Center 3. And construction of Nabilatuk Health Center 4. Now all this is Octopol Akwap. You remember I said our contribution to Uganda, number 1 is Ekidil. Number two, Octopol Akwap. But I was in Nakapiripirit. They have got a very good tarmac road now. So I asked them, I said, you people, you are lucky. You have got a very nice tarmac road. Do you sleep on the road at night? I asked them, do you sleep on the road at night? They said, no. I said, where do you sleep? I think they said something like Ere. That they sleep in Ere. And that sleeping is Ajo. That you Ajo in Ere. Oh, then I said, okay. So that means even you, after the meeting here, you are going back to your array. Now, when you go back to your AJ, your array, the Ichan, you left in the morning, is still there waiting for you. And it will say, welcome back. Alakara? Alakara what? Akom.
Abongun.
Mu.
Abongun. Alakara abongun.
Then kwa Kiswahili would say karibu nyumbani.
Karibu nyumbani. Asante kurudi.
So the property will welcome you back.
Ikija uniwan ni chikija unata yoko chan lore nabo.
If you are poor.
Era kulia kana yo.
If you are rich.
Aneke bariti yo.
It will welcome you back.
Ikija uni yoko ni bari.
So from the 1960s.
Ana pedongolo ka kiyar.
That's why we were saying, the leadership is not so easy. You can find people running around, leaders do this, but you will end up with a lot of trouble. It is not easy to correctly see what should be done and do it. So they would say, like in Swahili, maendeleo. In English, development. What development? What does it mean? Roads, tarmac roads, telephones, like we have said. But how do you handle each one? Because all those can be there, but you have each one in your house. So that's why we said that in you can have all those, but you still have each one. So that's why we said there is something you must add. This is Abaru. Abaru. That is wealth. So you can have all this. Octop or aquap, but still have each other. So we said, no, we must be clear. There's a difference between development and wealth. Wealth is for the individual, and octop or aquap is for all of us. We started that talk in our area there in the 60s. And those who listen to us have done well. And I can show you examples here. Let's see some examples. We shall summarize later.
Meirisa zakanya nagura amataka nyutsire nazo zankorera intwenda zashubitiza abana bihereze natuzuru kabanza mu nyankore naje nahindura nk'umwata ngo nzungu nuko zahanyiranye nasunga
On our farm, we collect over 900 liters of milk per day, and a liter costs 800 shillings, which is approximately 21 million per month.
Mauna bandu se kawandu muzimnyatsi ate mwarunje byanzi azum ryaga gandi agum kure bahar baru agona gargamu atan yom yeji.
Now that man is not educated. He's traditional like some of our Karamoja people. But he listened to our message and started same modern agriculture. And he started grazing cows for dairy. In a modern way. Now you can see how rich he is. You can see how rich he is. He's selling 900 liters of milk per day. 900. The price is low because there's a lot of milk in the area. 800 shillings. But because it is a big amount, he gets a lot of money. 21 million in 1 month. In a year, 250 million. As you can see, has built a modern house. He has educated the children there. That girl who spoke was speaking in English. But he's far from the tarmac road. So Octopor Aquap is not as much as like in Namaru here. But Abaru is there. Now this is the message we have been spreading in the whole of Uganda. Ever since we came into government. Ever since we came into government. And some other people have listened in other parts of Uganda. Let's see some like the man in Abim, the one I saw yesterday, the other day.
I'm a member of farmer in the Abim district. My village here is called Arangetai West. Arangetai Parish, Abuk Town Council, Abim District, in Karamoja. The mango trees you are seeing here were given to me by the President through Operation Wealth Creation. I received 200 mango seedlings, and I planted all, and they are all doing well. Apart from this venture, I got money from PDM last year. I got 80,000. And I used 800,000 for buying 10 goats. And the goats are there. they have multiplied. They are now 16. Part of the money of PDM I used for buying cassava stems. Through that money, I've managed to plant 2 acres of cassava. They are now doing well. The first acre I intend to harvest next year in January. Then for the mangoes, you are seeing, I started harvesting last year in 2023. The first harvest, I got 6 million. That was in June. Then second harvest in November, I got another 6 million. So last year, from these mangoes, I got 12 million shillings. I've been selling to the people around. Actually, Soroti Fruit Factory has booked this mango. They want me to take these mangoes tomorrow, 2025, to the factory. Actually, I've been selling locally. I've been selling 1 at 500 shillings, 2 1,000. And people are buying. These mangoes are very good. The mangoes, trees you are seeing here, are giving me money, a lot of money. And I want to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Kaguta Museveni, for coming up with the idea of Operation Wealth Creation in the country. This is money. I am not going to suffer. My children will not suffer because of this wealth. I call it wealth now. I always harvest. I don't harvest mango. I harvest money, not mangoes. So I want to thank our president so much. And next year, if all goes well, I expect to get 18 million first harvest. And then second harvest, I also expect to get 18 million next year, 2025. So altogether, I expect to get 36 million shillings. And this money I will use for paying fees for my children. At the moment, I sleep in grass-thatched house because children are at school. The money I get...
Now, the witness of that man is that he got seedlings from Operation Wealth Creation. He got seedlings from Operation Wealth Creation. And planted those mangoes. And he, because of that, he's earning good money now. He's earning 12 million shillings already per year. But next year he will earn 36 million. And he's far from the tarmac road in Abim. You people here in Nakapiriprit are much better off. Because you are now either near the tarmac road or not very far. There's another boy here called Longo, something Longo. He's from Nakapiriprit. Let's see what he did.
I am called Lokong Emmanuel from Kakamukwe, Naturum Parish, Gorega Sub-County under Namalu and Nakapiriprit District. When I stopped for my studies, I sat home for around 3 years when I was not doing anything with either government. Little am I knowing, God will bring the way of rescuing the helpless. When it reaches around 2020, a rumor of PDM came people to receive money from Nakapiriprit. I received $1 million. I rented 4 acres of land, and I was able to harvest 14 bags. Now from my harvest, I sat down, I see my left and right of myself. I just say, God has given me this reward. I picked 10 bags. That's 1,000 kilograms. I took it to Sorot market. They bought a kilo at 1,700. Out of the number of bags I took there, I was able to get 1,700,000. When I came back, I have a friend of mine. He has not got, he's having wisdom, he's having knowledge concerning how to rear these things. Because he was once assisting someone from those ends of Kampala, rearing these pigs. He instructed me than you misusing money in other businesses. You introduce about the piggery project. And I bought 5 pigs, at 80 out of 1.7. I remained with the 600,000 out of 1.7. I remained with the 600,000. Actually, I first topped it to my small business.
No,
I first used it for around 2 months, 3 months.
This boy,
Later,
Longok had nothing. When he got the 1 million of PDM, he did not even have his own land. He hired somebody else's land, 4 acres, and planted something called grams, which I didn't know myself. I had never heard of it. And he harvested 14 bags. He took 10 Sorot market and got 1.7 million. Somebody who had no money had got 1 million, now was getting 1.7 million in one season. So when he got the 1.7 million, 400,000 of it, he bought 4 pigs. We were with him just this morning. And he told us that he has now got 100 pigs. And he has already bought his own land. So, you can all get out of poverty. Using the PDM money. So this is number 3, contribution number 3 of the NRM to you people. Number 1, Ekvir. Number 2, Aktopor. Number 3, Abaru. Now, but there is something else. There is etich. Jobs. Where do jobs come from? People talk about jobs like that. This boy Lokong, who had nothing, is now already employing 5 people. He has created a job for himself and is employing another 5. one which creates ethics. Now let's see one example of Fred Byamkama, one of the young ministers.
My name is Fred Byamkama. I'm a member of Parliament of Buganges West Constituency, Kakumiro District. We are now at our 4-acre demonstration farm. The land we have here is approximately 4 acres. This is a farm we started 2 years back here, 2.5 years back. And on this farm, we have a half acre of pineapple, has 6 cows for zero grazing. We have poultry, about 25,000. About the farm. When you look at poultry, out of the 25,000 birds, it's only 11,000 giving me eggs. Others are soon giving me, and I get 302 trays per day minimally, because 11,000 birds are supposed to give me 366 trays. But because of the feeding method of deep litter, I don't get all the eggs. I get 302 trays per day minimally. Then I sell in a month, you can get a net profit of 55 million. Because you get 108 million, but you can't get all that. You have to buy feeds, pay workers, pay electricity. The remain with 55 million net pay. When you get the cows per month, these are 6 cows. Each cow minimally gives you 20 liters. So when you get 20 times 6, that's 120 liters per day. 120 liters per day. For us, a liter here is 2,000, because we sell each cup at 1,000. So you get 2,000 times 120, you get 24,000 per day. So 24,000 per day, when we multiply, you get about 7.6 million per month. But 7.6 million per month, you cannot save it. You have to get 200 to pay these workers. Sometimes even the drug for spraying. That is zero grazing, you spray for ticks and other things. At the end of the day, you remain with a net profit of 6 million from the cows for zero grazing. So this is our grass. Here, 1 acre of grass. This 1 acre is enough feeding our 6 cows. And our cows are feeding well with this grass we have. When you get like the half an acre of pineapple, per harvest, you get about 4.5 million, and I harvest twice a year. You will see, even as now, there are those who take and harvest for my friends to take. When you look at the piggery, in a month, I can get about between 150 and 180 piglets. But those I don't sell, I give to my neighbors to prayer. When you look at coffee, we normally harvest 12 million. We normally harvest 12 million from 1 acre, because we're just starting up the harvest. We had the first harvest, and when you get about 12 million, but when you irrigate very well, and you have fertilizer, you get between 18 and 24 million. From 1 acre, coffee alone minus banana. And this banana, at the end of the month, you can get about 1 million, 1.8 million. But I don't sell my banana, I use it for eating. So I simply get my coffee, to ensure the other 12 million I'm telling you, which we are getting from this 1 acre, because we have tested it where you receive. And here, currently,
Now that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. The story of Biamkama starts just 3 years ago. When he got my message. When he got my message of Abaru. Of 4 acres model. He planted 1 acre of coffee, pineapples, bananas, 6 cows, and also poultry and piggery. Poultry and piggery. The pigs he doesn't sell, he gives free to his constituents. The pigs he doesn't sell, he gives free to his constituents. But from eggs alone, is earning 55 million shillings every month after deducting costs. That's about 700 million shillings from eggs alone. But he's now already employing 26 people like those you saw. He's already employing 26 people, those people you see there. So, Biamkama's Abaru has created ethics. Now, that is commercial agriculture. Let's go to factories. Freeze there. Now that is a whole town of factories. In Mbale. But if you go inside one of them, you will see how many people are working there. Freeze it there, freeze it there. See how many young people are working in that factory. Now yesterday, when I was coming back from Moroto, I met a large number of people coming from the cement factory. The one near Nadunget. It is already employing so many people. Now, those factories are now employing more people, 3 times more people than the whole of the government. The government employs about 480,000. But these factories are employing 1.3 million now. More people, 3 times more people than the whole government. Now, so you have got commercial agriculture, you have got manufacturing. Factories. That is another form of Abaru, commercial agriculture Abaru. Factories Abaru. Then there are what we call services. What we call services. Like transport, hotels, and so on. Now here in Nakapiripirit
Ana kapiripiri ane.
and Namaru,
Ana malu.
there is some argument going on. Some argument going on.
Chala dinge tu bongono gnodi.
Some conflict
Tama na galana.
between Uwa
Ang to ngulu ngitiang.
and the population
Kang to ngulu ke ketela.
about grazing in Pian Upe.
Epon ngula per kita kere ngabaren.
I was not aware of this problem.
Amam pa yini ngi ngakron na pepan.
I was told by the army actually. They told me that Uwa had stopped you people from grazing in the park in Pian Upe. Then I said no. Even localists told me and told me that you have been grazing there. And you live side by side with the animals, you graze, there no problem. So when I was told, I said, okay, let them continue grazing. Then we shall discuss to understand what should we do. We don't have to stop now. You should graze until we discuss and see what to do. Because you should know that tourism is also good for our area here. Like for instance, Karenga, Kabong. There's an international airport there now. That airport is because of the park. So we can discuss all this. It should not be a point of conflict. You graze, I will meet the elders. Who are the elders in charge? Who are the elders?
They are there.
Who is their leader? You come here and I see you. That's a young man. Is he an elder? Okay, stand up and tell him.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
What's your name?
My name's Sagal Simon Peter. I am the chairperson, Elders League, Nabilatuk District.
NRM?
NRM, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm also the NRM. We have a program of the NRM Kral Mobilization Program, which is now going for the third term. We are your grassroots.
The what?
The grassroots.
The grassroots.
Grassroots of NRM. That's why you get 98.7%.
Yes, yes.
And we are going to continue giving you votes. I remember this game park, this game reserve, during colonial times, cows have been grazing with animals together.
They can graze with the animals?
Yes, they graze with the animals.
Okay, you continue, then we shall discuss.
Yes. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Now, you, my staff,
yes,
bring these elders, I meet them in Soroti.
Thank you.
But in the meantime, you graze and we shall discuss.
But
if you love cows, I'm an expert on cows. And I can show you my cows if you want to see them. My own cows, not the one
Muna
that I
rai
have.
munu karika.
You show them my cows.
Ito adik mo na yung tanong ngakatungun.
So if you are talking about cows, I am here, I'm an expert.
Kilo na ngakro na ngatuk. Ara ito ngani nya yiri ngakro na ngatuk no way.
Even your minister, Mama, she's always with me in the cows.
Akamata dag na pengine yena tuk yogi ngatuk.
So the issue of the park,
Ngakro na atana yokotian.
those are my ancestral cows.
Era nguna ngatuk una kolong.
They are from my great-grandfather,
Era una kolong na kaya naging ata pake.
before the Europeans came.
Ero ko ngikakwang ya pana.
So this one is easy. We shall discuss with the elders and see the correct way.
Elodia na wan ke ano elodia ya kana kan kan ko tanyo le pitong la jo kan wala tiara ka pe.
But meanwhile, you graze, as you have been grazing.
Na ito kana pe ta. Lo to cha da talaga da kan ko di tu na.
Now, finally,
Una ada wadia.
so now we have 4 words.
Yang aru akro ngomon.
Ekivir,
Ekvil
Actopor, Aquap,
akitopola kop.
Abaru,
Habaru
Etich.
kaya teach.
But I want to, there are other points in the manifesto, but I don't have time to talk about them now.
Yang aja una la kuna lo dikinta ana manifesto ke. Macam na kruar to no hoy.
I want to end my conversation with you now
Ajam da akada la nege.
with free education.
Khata mar kena gyo nda dang akivyo ngana mam ngata cho. Tara magya karingela karela.
Under UPE,
Halo to mang akivyo ngana kongin na UP.
we're supposed to have free education in government schools.
Amakna to yakatar to yomang de lo kulong luka apukan.
But some people continue charging money.
Na ito lo yang to lo dikinta ki jarang de ngalo de.
And because of that, children drop out of school.
Nyede na iboreng ni ak jarang de ngulu nyede to de na ni de dukul.
I don't like this.
Mam ngamina bore no way.
Because this was the bad education we had in the past where only a few of us would go to school.
Erai boreng ni kole ti ya kolodek nyera ta bogol ta che dukul. Toro to ki da lo dukul.
What NRM wants is mass education.
Iboreng ni lo dikinta na rem no ya magra to yo maga to ada adang.
Everybody to go to school.
To yo me kitala da adang.
But it has been blocked.
Na ita golongi che tunga boreng.
So what I did, I started skilling young people in a park here in Karamoja.
Iboreng ni apunga do lo dik ak tatamang tunga panong lo kitia ting borong dala kanapa kanege. Bere boko skilling.
Free
Ay
of
na nakring ata
cost.
meta.
Free of cost.
Amam pa ta chitong ta chedio bere.
I wonder whether some of my graduates are here.
E yamonong di tuang lu pana lo sana pa ka tatama. Ya His Excellency.
Come, give some.
Auto.
2 of you, 1 boy and 1 girl.
Acham dia pe dia ka pe.
Speak in the local language.
Kilwere kide ang Karamojong.
They will summarize for me.
Bangi da mo ga elu yang amu ka kwa. Dua kide ang Karamojong bernye tie.
The boy.
Saya kata dah angkat tuan. Museveni oye. Akan kare oye. Papa Museveni oye. Che, kita tahu kau. Museveni oye. Okay, kelakar ni arai no oye. So kaya kiro kanyar taloma Philip. Ayah lupa Nabilatuk. Kada nabo arai chairman youth presidential industrial hub. Kere abunti anagali marata marbonde. Korea kikawan bonne be. Apanya dak receiving aku aringa milioni ngatomone. De pela pokona alu nyara laka ku. Ayo ngope tongana ni abu a program na laka ni kare kang nyara no way. The first intake nyada bu nyada yakara ngo etiata ko sila welding. So anangon talaka dem seni arai no way. Anu cha to bonne be. Amang kata ra motoka ko rinyo aku ko nang borule etiata ngo ala welding ay tongana lele gileja. Nai abu abu bagi msecha saving box. IVSL saving box ni shi ini kwa na shi apa kaka chamaki akitodi kinye korea na kinyidida mamne ni koni pida mam ngalwana arana inen bonbe aktori na nyeda bonbe kire mampa bon jo torori skill na boriam ka elipida na bonye ke atakini arai no woi at least ke atakini angolo district ya namba youth lebe to lomadina hab ajo ko school ngolon ka to ani arai no woi mam ngata shoda umuji tariyo jik na ye bone be ti ota chamunte ta chamunta ngakro ke parade akra mindset angona kinyam toriada dong okin mo nan penen maybe ipei bore bana bala li papa kere etial walinga to wana ne lejile jan nya to wana ni kar to wana nyuni kanu ngina per ka na hab so elipita papa nya rai no hoy e kangara kyanga portable welding generator bon kechunguna pay alakara.
His Excellency shortly he appreciates what he gained from the park skilling company. He says he's the chairman, by the names is called Loma Philip. He's the chairman of the team. He's from Nabilatuk. He said their team received about 50 million. And they received above all the skills.
What did he study?
He studied welding.
Metal fabrication. Welding.
Metal fabrication.
Ah.
Yes, and he's actually working now. What he only lacks is a portable welding plant.
Okay.
Yes, and a generator.
Thank
he has
you.
tried using somebody's welding. He has a sample of his saving box that he wants to show you.
Thank you.
And he has also encouraged the rest that he should join. But he's also requesting you, if you can add the number of the people going for the training.
Very good. The girl, okay, you go. The boy, you go down.
Alakara kapolo no way. Alakara nakinua paka nyarada kiri orikin. Aya kanyarta nakiru Brenda aloreng eduat sub county. Aulos yang ekozingola tailoring. Anya abongu yang alo tailoring. Karioma nga skilling in. Abuayo lotoriamo akasholiting na ye iloreng eduat. Inara ye libona doni. Abuo ngadapa kineni kesha. Dieleji wadio. Ani kuwar kalau nyaring karulu abuayo ngo adikaria medhiling la kanana kinigidang abuo muni godo makasharan an kero makasharan arawa to kana perfect ketia yang ajak kai kitia ya kanka kone the second the third text and the fourth text kuler kon graduating eta tamito kana keskai krukitika yang abuo ngomuni kajal na kasharan ka aroko aro pare tarukiti kai kesh ka katala kartia kapolo nana kina boda ngedelenga ngulu yata kinere eta kina ngulu apodere ngariamun asia sharana bo kotare dibuke kintore akeshida to kana kirukiti kayo ka kapolo etala kartia bidong la yakare da lokitede amamo bore ngalewo ayeda kitar aya kemut apede apare ke kelo shekayo tailari mamba pedar tajik bernyara do kidon kalau saya no waika kana ke figala dokon alakara.
Thank you very much, Excellency. She appreciates everything. She's called Brenda from Loring Edward. She did tailoring. After doing tailoring, before she received the 50 million, before she bought a machine, she got some woman who was actually doing that work. And she joined her and kept practicing until she got her own tailoring machine. Now she has become a teacher of all those who join the thing. When they come for practice, she keeps helping them. She really appreciates what she has gained. It has changed her life. It has changed everything. She's also encouraging you to have more people trained.
Thank you. So now you can see how this intervention served these young people who had lost hope.
Ite yokana bering ya wrestling ni pano le to polonyo aki yarang itu ngulu cik ngulu apa to panta jaluta kiyarta wada daudo bon ni kokana
just by training them for 6 months
aki yang la pion kan kape bon ngulu tata mere kech
see the products they are making
kita arka bering ngulu tiata kech ngulu tiata to ngulu kech ngulu nyoba yumada yo ko biang akro abira ngiro na buyo ko na wada wa Kita revisi kama. Merah
So those products they are producing now in just 6 months of training.
Ito ang training wala ang lapi ang ka pebol. Ito ang borong to do nyong da dang raing borong tiete ke janga kecakan.
Some of them were being imported from China, from Dubai, from India, from Italy.
Kalau kita kau ni orang borong dadang kau ni anak kopi nang alo kenga, alo Italy, alo Dubai, alo kopang Italia nama Italia ma.
The shoes,
ngamu kau ni alo kenga.
The furniture,
ngangi kicolongo kau ni alo kenga.
The hospital beds.
Iki tanda ngulu ikia lag duistial daktari kau ni alo kenga.
All these were being imported.
Ni borong dangarai ngulu kau ni alo kenga dek.
So therefore, in the coming government, I want to appeal to you all.
Acam tu anak mai makne on dadang.
Support my initiative of free education in government schools. There have been some issue about the teachers not being enough. Like in Lorachat here where we stopped with Mama. We were able to, they told us that there are 6 teachers, but they need 32. So in the coming government, we are going to insist on hiring enough teachers. So that the issue of not saying teachers are not enough, so that you have got to ask money from children to hire teachers privately stops. So, 5 words for today. Ekidil. Peace. Let's say peace. Development. Wealth. Jobs. And free education. And for the piano who pay, graze as you have been grazing, I'll tell who will stop disturbing you. And I will discuss with your elders. Because what you also need to know, I've told you that the Abaru are 4. Commercial agriculture, like the examples you are seeing. You are seeing on the factories, services. How do you translate services? Services. Services like transport. Like the man who has got a hotel in Moroto. Africana. He's not a farmer like me. But his Abaru is for him to provide a service to people who want to sleep in the hotel. That is his Abaru. The border. His Abaru is to transport me from here to there. Now tourism is also a service, but also an Abaru, where you provide, people come to look at the animals and then they pay. And then the ICT, the computers. So the issue is, how do you do it without damaging other things? But we are going to discuss this. Meanwhile, you graze, as you have been grazing. That's what Lokeris told me, that you are doing it in the colonial times. That and there's some truth in it. Because the pastoralist groups don't eat wild animals. Do the Karamojong eat wild animals? They eat them. They eat.
Yes.
So they are going to finish them.
They may not finish, but they just eat. There is something called totems.
The what?
Every animal has the owners. Every clan has a totem.
A totem?
A totem. The Karamojong are specified. Others are called giraffes, others are called the elephants, others are called the birds, others are called the tortoise.
Even the Banyan could have the same.
Yes. So we cannot kill those ones.
So we are now going to discuss with the elders how you are going to peacefully live with the wild animals. Alakaranoi.
Alakaranoi. Museveni waye. Kakuta waye. NRM waye. Kikialinga kabendera dada.
NRM oye. Nabilatuk oye. Karamoja oye. Uganda oye. East Africa oye.